Listen to me right now. There is a version of you that is powerful, unstoppable, a force to be reckoned with. But there's also a version of you that's weak, lazy, full of excuses, drowning in doubt. And the battle between these two versions is happening every single day, whether you realize it or not. The weak version of you is the one that tells you to hit snooze, to take it easy, to put things off until tomorrow. It's the voice in your head that whispers, you can't do this, you're not good enough, you'll fail, so why even try? That version of you is a liar. That version of you is your enemy. And today, right now, we are going to kill it, because the only way you will ever step into your true potential is by destroying every excuse, every limitation, every weakness that holds you back. No more waiting, no more hesitation, no more playing small. You are going to rise, and you are going to take control. And the first step, kill procrastination. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. It doesn't come at you with force. It doesn't announce itself as your enemy. It sneaks in quietly, disguised as harmless delay, whispering that you have more time, that you can do it later, that it's okay to wait. And before you know it, days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Then one day you wake up and realize that you're still stuck in the same place, wondering where all the time went. Procrastination is not just about laziness. It's about fear. It's about avoidance. It's about a lack of urgency. When you put things off, what you're really doing is choosing comfort over progress. You're choosing short-term relief over long-term success. You're allowing hesitation to take control. And if you allow procrastination to rule your life, you will never achieve the greatness that is waiting for you. The biggest lie procrastination tells you is that you'll have another chance, that tomorrow will be better, that you'll feel more ready later. But later never comes. Tomorrow turns into the next day, then the next, and eventually you realize that all those tomorrows have added up to a life of regret. The truth is, the perfect moment will never arrive. You will never feel fully prepared. You will never have the ideal conditions. The only time to act is now. Every second you spend procrastinating is a second stolen from your future. Every task you delay, every action you avoid, every opportunity you push aside, it all compounds over time. Success is built on momentum. And every time you put things off, you are killing your momentum before it even starts. Momentum doesn't come from thinking. It doesn't come from planning. It comes from doing. It comes from taking action, even when you don't feel like it. Most people wait for motivation before they act. They tell themselves that once they feel inspired, they'll start. But motivation is a trap. It's unreliable. It comes and goes. The real key is discipline. Discipline's what separates the winners from the losers. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It means showing up, putting in the work, and refusing to let emotions dictate your actions. If you want to kill procrastination, you have to start before you feel ready. You have to commit before you're comfortable. The only way to break free from the cycle of delay is to take immediate, decisive action. Not tomorrow, not later, right now. The moment you catch yourself procrastinating, you need to shut it down. Take the first step, no matter how small. The second you start moving, your brain shifts, your energy changes. Action fuels more action, and before you know it, you're in motion. Eliminate distractions. Stop negotiating with yourself. Don't allow your mind to talk you out of doing what needs to be done. Set deadlines and hold yourself accountable. Create urgency. Act as if your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. The longer you procrastinate, the more opportunities you miss, the more potential you waste, the more you rob yourself of the future you deserve. The greatest achievers in history are not the ones who waited. They are the ones who moved fast, who executed, who took action despite fear, despite uncertainty, despite discomfort. They understood that speed matters, that waiting is the enemy of progress, that if you don't take control of your time, it will slip away from you. When you decide that procrastination no longer has a place in your life, everything changes. Your productivity skyrockets, your confidence grows, your momentum builds. You become the kind of person who gets things done, who makes things happen, who refuses to let excuses stand in the way. And that is the person who wins. Choose power over weakness. Every day you make a choice between power and weakness, a choice between stepping into your full potential or shrinking into the background, a choice between standing tall in the face of adversity or crumbling under pressure. And that choice determines the course of your life. Weakness is easy. It's the default setting. It requires no effort, no discipline, no courage. It allows you to coast, to settle, to play small. But weakness is also the fastest path to regret. Because deep down, you know you were made for more. You know you were built for greatness. And every time you choose weakness, a part of you dies. Power, on the other hand, is a decision. It's a mindset. It's a refusal to accept anything less than your best. Choosing power means taking ownership of your life. It means holding yourself accountable. It means demanding more from yourself, even when no one else does. It means stepping into discomfort, pushing through resistance, and proving to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. Most people choose weakness because it feels safe. They avoid confrontation. They run from challenges. They make excuses instead of finding solutions. They let fear dictate their actions. But safety is an illusion. Playing small doesn't protect you. It traps you. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. The only way to break free is to choose power. Choosing power means refusing to blame your past, your environment, or other people for where you are. It means looking in the mirror and saying, I am responsible. I create my reality. I control my destiny. Because the moment you take full ownership of your life, you gain the power to change it. Weakness shows up in your habits, in the way you think, in the way you speak, in the way you carry yourself. Weakness is skipping workouts. It's hitting snooze. It's giving in to temptation. It's saying, I can't. Power is the opposite. Power is discipline. Power is pushing through. Power is saying, I will find a way. If you want to become unstoppable, you must make power your default setting. You must train yourself to reject weakness the moment it creeps in. When your mind tells you to quit, you push harder. When fear whispers that you can't, you prove that you can. When obstacles appear, you attack them with everything you've got. Power is built through action. The more you choose strength over weakness, the stronger you become. The more you step into discomfort, the more resilient you grow. The more you demand from yourself, the more capable you become. It's a cycle of growth, of progress, of transformation, but it starts with a decision, a commitment, a refusal to settle. The world is full of people who have chosen weakness, people who have accepted average, people who have given up on their potential. But that is not who you are. You are different. You are a warrior. You are a force to be reckoned with. And every single day you have the opportunity to prove it. Eliminate excuses. Excuses are the chains that keep you trapped in mediocrity. They are the lies we tell ourselves to justify why we haven't taken action, why we aren't where we want to be, and why we continue to settle for less than we are capable of achieving. If you want to break free, if you want to unleash the most powerful version of yourself, the very first step is to eliminate excuses from your life. Excuses are seductive. They give us comfort. They allow us to avoid discomfort and shield ourselves from accountability. When you say, I don't have time, what you really mean is, I don't care enough to make time. When you say, I'm too tired, what you're really saying is, I don't have the discipline to push past my comfort zone. When you say, I don't know how, what you actually mean is, I'm not willing to figure it out. Every single excuse is a lie designed to keep you small. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do you think they never had obstacles? Do you think they never faced challenges? They had every reason to make excuses, but they didn't. They took responsibility. They owned their circumstances. They found a way. That is the mindset that separates the great from the average. If you're serious about transforming your life, you need to reprogram your mind to reject excuses the moment they appear. The second an excuse enters your head, you need to shut it down. Instead of saying, I don't have time, ask yourself, how can I make time? Instead of saying, I don't know how, ask yourself, how can I learn? Instead of saying, I'm not ready, remind yourself that you'll never be ready, and the only way to become ready is by taking action. One of the most dangerous excuses people make is blaming external circumstances. The economy, their upbringing, their genetics, their past failures, their lack of resources. It's all nonsense. Plenty of people have succeeded with less than what you have right now. Plenty of people have overcome greater adversity than you'll ever face. The difference is that they refused to allow their circumstances to define them. The truth is, if you're making excuses, it's because you're allowing your mind to be weak. You're prioritizing comfort over growth. You're allowing fear to dictate your actions. But real growth, real power, real transformation happens when you stop looking for a way out and start looking for a way forward. From this moment forward, make a commitment to eliminate every excuse from your life. Catch yourself when you start to justify inaction. Call yourself out when you try to rationalize why you're not putting in the work. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, the ideal conditions, because they will never come. The only way to win is to step up and make it happen no matter what. Face your fears. Fear is the single greatest killer of dreams. It paralyzes people. It keeps them from stepping into their full potential. It convinces them to play small, to stay comfortable, to avoid risk. And if you allow fear to control you, it will own you. It will dictate your actions, limit your possibilities, and ultimately steal your future. But here's the truth. Fear is an illusion. It is a story your mind creates to keep you safe. It's an ancient survival mechanism designed to protect you from danger, but in today's world, it no longer serves the same purpose. The fears you have, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of rejection, none of them are real threats. They exist only in your mind. Most people spend their entire lives running from fear, avoiding it, trying to stay comfortable. But champions do the exact opposite. They chase fear. They run toward it. They understand that fear is the compass pointing them toward growth. If something scares you, it's because it matters. If something intimidates you, it's because it's worth doing. And if you avoid it, you are choosing to stay weak. Think about the things you're afraid of right now. Maybe it's starting that business. Maybe it's speaking up for yourself. Maybe it's stepping into a leadership role. Maybe it's pushing your body beyond its limits. Whatever it is, that fear is holding you back. It is the wall standing between you and your next level. And the only way to tear down that wall is to face it head on. Fear will never disappear on its own. It will never magically go away. The only way to overcome fear is through action. You don't wait until you're fearless. You act despite the fear. You push through the discomfort. You lean into the uncertainty. And on the other side, you realize that fear was never real to begin with. One of the biggest lies people tell themselves is that fear means stop. That if something makes them nervous, it must be a sign that they shouldn't do it. That is the exact opposite of the truth. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a green light. It's telling you, go. This is where you need to be. This is where you need to grow. The most successful people in the world still feel fear. The difference is they don't let it control them. They don't let it dictate their choices. They feel the fear, acknowledge it, and then move forward anyway. And every time they do, they build more courage, more confidence, more momentum. If you're waiting for fear to disappear before you take action, you will wait forever. You will never be fully ready. You will never feel 100% prepared. You will always have doubts. But the winners, the achievers, the game changers, they don't wait. They jump. They take the leap. They trust that they will figure it out along the way. Every major breakthrough in your life will require you to step through fear, whether it's in your career, your relationships, your personal development, your physical health. Fear will be the gatekeeper standing in your way. Your job is to walk straight through it. If you refuse to face your fears, you will remain stuck. You will stay in the same place year after year, watching others succeed while you make excuses for why you can't. But if you have the courage to step into fear, to embrace discomfort, to move forward despite uncertainty, you will become You have two choices: be controlled by fear or control it. Stay small or step up. Hide or rise. The decision is yours. Destroy limiting beliefs. Your mind is the battlefield where success and failure are decided. The thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you hold, and the stories you tell yourself shape your reality. Limiting beliefs are the invisible chains that keep you stuck in mediocrity. They convince you that you're not smart enough, not strong enough. They whisper lies, making you believe that success is reserved for other people, that you are somehow different, that you don't have what it takes. These beliefs aren't facts. They are illusions created by fear, doubt, and past failures. They are programmed into you from childhood, from society, from experiences where you felt weak. The truth is, you are only as limited as you allow yourself to be. The second you decide to break free from these mental shackles, everything changes. You must rewire your mind, challenge every negative thought, and replace weakness with power. When you start believing in your ability to overcome anything, you will prove yourself right. Outwork and outlast success is not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about who is willing to go the extra mile, who is willing to push harder, who refuses to quit when others give up. Most people want results, but they don't want to pay the price. They want shortcuts, easy routes, quick fixes. But the truth is, greatness is earned through relentless effort. It's built in the hours no one sees and the sacrifices no one talks about and the discipline to keep going when everything in you wants to stop. Winners don't just work hard, they work harder than anyone else. They don't just show up, they dominate every single day. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on commitment. When others rest, they push forward. When others slow down, they accelerate. This is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The ones who outlast everyone else are the ones who refuse to settle, who refuse to stop, who refuse to accept anything less than their absolute best. Embrace discomfort. Growth does not happen in comfort. The body, the mind, and the spirit expand only when they are pushed beyond their limits. Discomfort is the price of transformation, the fire that forges strength, the battlefield where weakness is destroyed. Most people avoid it, choosing the easy path, the familiar, the predictable. But the easy path leads nowhere. The moment you start seeking discomfort, everything changes. You train your mind to thrive under pressure, to find power in struggle, to welcome the pain that others run from. The gym hurts, but it builds muscle. Difficult conversations are uncomfortable, but they strengthen relationships. Taking risks is terrifying, but it leads to growth. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't evolving. The key is to stop seeing discomfort as something negative and start embracing it as the gateway to everything you want. The stronger your ability to endure discomfort, the greater your ability to dominate every challenge in your path. Commit to relentless action. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Thinking about success changes nothing. Planning, strategizing, waiting for the perfect moment, it's all worthless without action. Most people hesitate, overanalyze, or make excuses. They let fear paralyze them. But winners don't wait for permission. They don't sit around hoping for opportunities, they create them. They execute with speed, with intensity, with relentless focus. The difference between those who achieve and those who fail is simple. The achievers take massive action every single day without hesitation. They don't just start, they keep going even when motivation fades, even when obstacles appear, even when progress is slow. Relentless action means showing up no matter how you feel, pushing forward when others stop, refusing to accept inaction as an option. It means understanding that every second wasted is a step backward, while every move forward is a step toward dominance. Surround yourself with strength. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. The people you spend time with, the conversations you engage in, and the energy you absorb either push you forward or pull you down. Weakness is contagious, and if you surround yourself with mediocrity, you will become mediocre. If the people around you make excuses, settle for less, or waste time, that mentality will infect you. But strength is also contagious. When you surround yourself with disciplined, driven, relentless individuals, their mindset becomes your standard. Their ambition fuels yours. Their energy forces you to level up. Cut out the negativity, the doubters, the complainers. Seek out those who push you, challenge you, and refuse to let you stay comfortable. You cannot build a life of greatness while keeping company with those who accept average. Find people who inspire action, demand excellence, and hold you accountable to your highest potential. Dominate your life. There is no room for passivity in the pursuit of success. You either take full control or life controls you. Most people drift through life reacting to circumstances, waiting for opportunities, hoping for change, but hope is not a strategy. Domination is about making things happen instead of waiting for them. It's about setting the standard instead of following one. It's about deciding what you want and refusing to accept anything less. Every choice you make, every action you take, every second you waste determines whether you are in control or being controlled. The difference between winners and losers is that winners dictate their outcomes. They don't let external factors dictate their mood, their effort, or their results. They impose their will on the world. When you wake up every day with the mindset that you are in charge, that no excuse is valid, that no obstacle is permanent, you step into the power that separates the elite from the ordinary. There is no room for passivity in the pursuit of success. You either take full control or life controls you. Most people drift through life reacting to circumstances, waiting for opportunities, hoping for change. But hope is not a strategy. Domination is about making things happen instead of waiting for them. It's about setting the standard instead of following one. It's about deciding what you want and refusing to accept anything less. Every choice you make, every action you take, every second you waste determines whether you are in control or being controlled. The difference between winners and losers is that winners dictate their outcomes. They don't let external factors dictate their mood, their effort, or their results. They impose their will on the world. When you wake up every day with the mindset that you are in charge, that no excuse is valid, that no obstacle is permanent, you step into the power that separates the elite from the ordinary. This is your life. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. It's on you. You either step up, take control, and dominate every single day, or you stay stuck in the same cycle, watching your potential waste away. It's a choice. And if you've made it this far, you already know what the answer is. You were not born to be average. You were not designed for mediocrity. You were built for greatness, but you have to fight for it. The time for hesitation is over. The time for weakness is done. This is your moment to rise, to push harder, to go all in. Make the decision now. Don't wait. Don't overthink. Take action. Crush your limitations and become the unstoppable force you were meant to be. This is Tony Robbins Track, and if you're ready to dominate your life, hit that subscribe button and join the movement. Now, go out there and make it happen.